So, remember what I said my favorite movie was? It was our war game. And it got a sequel. It takes place... When does it take place? I want to say sometime after 02 ended. I'm not really sure. They never explain when. I think it could just have randomly happened sometime during the early phases of the second. No, wait, it had fighter mode in it. Well, I mean, this movie is canon, I just don't know where to place it. Basically, let's see. Little Kuromon, and the little eyeball thing that eventually turned into Diaboromon. Well, these little things were popping out of emails randomly sent to people through email, through text messages, everything. And Izzy got wind of this and got all of the Digimon he could together there. Said that Diaboromon is back and he's spawning Kuromon in the real world. So they sent Time-At, Agumon, Gabumon into the internet for a rematch between Diaboromon and Omnimon, while the others tried to gather them up and send them to Izzy so he could remove them. Omnimon goes in, has trouble with the Kuromon army that's around him because he can't find Diaboromon, and then when they locate him, they can't seem to get to him. So Yoli and Cody help TK and Kari get there. So Anjumon and Anjumon break down his barrier, in which Omnimon proceeds to blow him up. But Yoli accidentally opened too many portals, too many gateways. Yoli. What are we gonna do with that character? So, after Diaboromon gets blown up, all the Kuromon fly through all of those open gateways and pop up in a river. It's all Yoli's fault. It's all Yoli's fault. So Anjumon and Anjumon, I think, start glowing. I think that's how Omnimon gets back. But Yoli and Cody tell Davis and Ken about this, and they head to the bay. And while Vmon and Wormmon got taken away by the Kuromon as they were heading to the bay. So they're having to get there, and while they're getting there, Omnimon shoots out of the internet after all the Kuromon fuse together and hatch into a giant, and turn into a giant egg and hatch into Armageddonmon, which is basically Diaboromon's, how do I put this? Fully completed form, I guess? It would be like Diaboromon's Digivolution. He's not a super ultimate, though. He's still a mega. But he's miles stronger than Diaboromon. And we see that because Omnimon can't hurt the guy. He even started shooting Supreme Cannon Blast on the dang thing's throat, and then one shot, Omnimon gets taken out. His arms fall off, and he's out of commission. Omnimon loses. First time I was watching this movie, I freaked out. I was like, how did Omnimon lose? This isn't even possible. What's going on here? This isn't right. And it scared everybody. And for good reason. So, Davis and Ken get there. And they see Omnimon's out of commission. So they manage to get back to Vmon and Wormmon and form Imperial Vermont. And Dragon Mode tries to hit him, knocks him back some. He gets hit immediately and he flies out of the explosion into fighter mode. So now the Digidestin's second strongest Digimon is out. And Giga Death doesn't do anything to him. And then fighter mode gets blown up in one shot. So the two best Digimon, the Digidestin's arsenal, get blown up in one hit. Omnimon's armless over here out. Imperial Dramon's wings are in pieces, and he's just floating there unconscious. What are you going to do? Omnimon and Imperial Dramon couldn't touch him. So Agumon and Gabumon are like, we know that you can do an Imperial Dramon. We just need to give you our strength. So Agumon and Gabumon give up their Omnimon powers to Imperial Dramon, put him to a sword. Omnimon, Imperial Dramon grabs it, and thus we are introduced to the strongest Digimon in the Adventure universe and in the Digidestin's arsenal. And what I thought forever was the strongest Digimon, period. And then Superior Mode showed up. So Armageddon begins blasting Paladin Mode, and it doesn't phase him. He just stabs him in the forehead and he dies. Well, he doesn't necessarily die, he just starts disintegrating into the Kurumon again. So everybody, cell phones, takes him in and emails him to Izzy, and he gets rid of him. And there you go. Definitely miles better than Golden Hurricane. I'm not even joking when I say that. It's the direct sequel to our War Games, basically, and it's the best story to come out of Zero Two period. And I know I said back in my Zero Two review that the Digimon Emperor was my favorite saga or story out of Zero Two, but that was the season. My favorite period is this story. Because, I mean, the Paladin Mode appearance wasn't nearly as awesome as the Omnimon appearance, but it was still cool. So, this is my second favorite movie. I know I keep saying I'm not going to rank movies, but I keep pointing them out to you. This is my second favorite movie behind our War Game. It's because it's a direct sequel. It's not nearly as good as our War Game, but it's just as good. That didn't make any sense. I'm contradicting myself. It's not as good, but it's good enough. There. I don't know how to describe this movie. Oh boy. Shut up. It's a Saturday night. Just forget what I'm talking about. So, I mean, there's no new characters added in this one. There's nothing fancy about it. It's just the best Zero Two thing. So, before I get to the Tamers movies, I'm gonna talk about the complete English dub next time, because as I've been mentioning throughout the first 3 movie reviews, I've been bringing up the dub, and I'm just going to talk about the differences and what I think of it as a whole. So, I'm going to be talking about the English dub, and then I'm going to jump onto the Tamers movies, which fits the story of fits the theme of Zero Two. One stinks and one's okay. Alright.